a little more serious. I just felt really awkward talking to the camera like a moment ago because my mom was like on the other side of my door, and I was like, no, I can't like have this conversation when she's right there because I feel like she could hear everything I'm saying. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So I literally had to ask her to go to her room, and I feel kind of bad. But this video is really important to me, and I hope it either helps some of you guys or just makes you guys feel a lot better, or that it can help someone in a situation. As of recently, something that has become a lot more apparent in my life, or I don't want to say apparent, but I feel like I have gum in my mouth. That is so rude. Recently, a friend of my mom's daughter attempted to kill herself, and a lot of local news stories dealing with like the area I live in, I feel like I've heard a lot about that. And even sometimes when you guys message me, you talk about how you feel like unconfident or that you're not beautiful and things like that, and it honestly breaks my heart. Truly it does. And I don't know, I just wanted to speak on the topic, especially dealing with self-love. I have never exactly been the best person at practicing that. I mean, it could come off. You gotta fake it till you make it, right? And it's easy to act like you're definitely okay with yourself, or that you're extremely confident, but behind closed doors, you know, no one knows what you're going through or how you think of yourself. And even if it is something extremely negative, you need to know that you were made exactly the way you're supposed to be. In the universe and the world and whatever God you believe in put you here on this earth exactly how you're supposed to be. And I know personally, like, it can be very hard to like accept that, because of course, not only with social media, but like with TV, growing up in the age we live in, I know little girls that are like 8 years old and they're like, oh, I can't eat that because I'll get fat, or oh, she's not cute, she's ugly. And it's like, blows my mind. It's mind-boggling to think that these images of beauty have already been instilled in girls that are so young. So I know it's even worse in girls that are my age or closer to my age, and it's crazy to think that we all have this image of perfection that we want to achieve. And of course I have my own. I'm sure everyone does, but I feel like you have to love the body that you're in now, and for it to grow and to become better. Because if you don't accept yourself at this point, even when you get to the point that you want to, there's going to be things that you're unhappy about with yourself. So when talking about self-love, if you guys ever feel unconfident or not beautiful or anything like that, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to me, to reach out to anyone. You know, if you honestly feel so terrible about yourself, then getting help can never be a bad thing. And if you don't get the help you feel like you need, then reach out to someone else. You know, don't live a life filled with unhappiness because you don't know how to deal with it. Because you can find someone that does, or you can learn how to. And don't try to end it because you're unhappy, because then the chances of it getting better are eliminated completely, and it's only going to make someone else's life worse. Because no matter what you think, you've impacted someone's life in some way. And that has a lot of dealing with like self-confidence too. You know, when you're not confident, you don't think of yourself as worthy, or that you've had an impact on someone's life, and you start to demean yourself in such a negative way. I know, like, even personally, I've had a really rough week. Like, oh my goodness, one of the roughest weeks I think I've ever had in my life. And there was a point where I was crying every single day, and like, people would ask me what's wrong, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. And I just felt like no one got it, because no one really will. You know, no one's going to understand the way you deal with emotions and how you react, because everyone feels things differently. But then after all of the crying and stuff like that, I realized that even if one person had hurt me, or if I was hurting myself because I was thinking of myself so negatively, that there are so many people that genuinely cared about you, about me, about everyone. Like, no matter who you are, how many friends you have, how big of a family you have, what your relationship with those people are, you matter to somebody. You matter to me, at least. I know that for sure. Because I love every single one of you guys, and I'm so thankful that you guys have impacted my life in the way you have and given me the support that you have. And I don't know, hearing so many stories recently, especially within this week, about girls, guys, people thinking of themselves so negatively and considering taking their lives or actually taking their own lives, it's just got me thinking. This whole week I've just been like, wow, like there's no words for it, you know, that so many people, even older people, can think of themselves so negatively just because of self-image or stress or whatever it is. If you're stressed out about something, whether it be school or relationships or job, money, just know that everything happens for a reason. And even if you don't know the reason, and if everything in the world is making no sense to you at all, that there's a point to it happening. Because everything in your life has led up to this moment. And even if it's terribly hard, you've had terribly hard moments in the past, and they've led you to where you are now. And they'll only continue to lead you to greater things. And everything's just going to be okay. Even when your head is spinning and it seems like the world is crashing down on you, everything will be okay in the end. And I don't know, I just felt like I needed to speak on it because it's been like pulling at my heart so badly. Just know you're all beautiful, and I love you all so much. And if you ever need anyone, I'm available to talk at all times. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, babes.